Unit 1, Learning Target Number 2. Solve order of operations problems containing exponents. When we talk about order of operations, we're talking about a certain order that all of our operations in math have to be done in. So we have to do everything in the same order every time to get the same result. So we use a word we call PEMDAS to remind ourselves of that. So PEMDAS, PEMDAS. And the P stands for parentheses, so anything done in parentheses is done first. E stands for exponents, so anything with an exponent out beside it, once you have done all the parentheses, you can do your exponents. Then multiplication and division, and these are done left to right. So left to right. If we see multiplication on the left, we do that. If we see division on the left, we do that. Whichever one comes first on the left, we do them left to right. And then the same thing with AS, addition and subtraction. Those are also done left to right. So if we see addition first, then we do addition first. If we see subtraction first, we do subtraction first. They're at the same level. And if we want to remember PEMDAS, we can also try to remember it like this. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. And again, both of these are left to right. Left to right. Let's try using PEMDAS to solve this particularly nasty problem. So we'll start at the top. PEMDAS starts with P. P is for parentheses. Over here we find that we do have a set of parentheses, so we'll solve those first. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. Now if you notice on this side we have a 3 right up next to that parenthesis. That means we're going to have to multiply that number times whatever is in the parentheses. Then we simply copy the rest of our problem back down and get ready to take the next step. So now we look at this again. We have no more parentheses, but we do have an exponent right here. Our exponent is 2 to the second power, which is 4. Now we'll rewrite the rest of our problem again. That's just our next step. 3 times 2 plus 4 minus 5. Now we have no more parentheses, no more exponents, but we do have multiplication and division. And remember that these are done left to right. So which do we come to first? We find division first when we go left to right. So we'll solve this one first. 24 divided by 3 is 8. And then we'll copy the rest of our problem down. Minus 5. All right, no more parentheses or exponents, but we do still have multiplication and division. So we'll do that one first. 8 times 2 is 16. And copy the rest of our problem down. No more parentheses, no more exponents, no more multiplication and division. We do have addition and subtraction, and those also go left to right. So we'll start on the left. 16 plus 4 is 20. And that leaves us with 20 minus 5, and we are left with 15. 15 is the answer to our problem. Let's try another problem. Again, we're using PEMDAS. The first thing we come to, parentheses. Do we see any? Absolutely we do. 1 plus 2. So we'll bring down a 1 plus 2, which is 3. And again, we know we're multiplying 9 by whatever is in the parentheses. So we'll say 9 times 3. And then we'll bring down the rest of our expression. Now, do we have any more parentheses? No, we do not. But we do have an exponent. 3 to the third power is 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. So we'll do our exponent first. 27 divided by 9 times 3. Any more parentheses? Nope. Any more exponents? Nope. Now, do we have multiplication and division? We do. And again, it is left to right. So we'll make sure that we start on the left-hand side. And the first one we come to is division. 27 divided by 9 is 3. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. So our answer is 9. Let's use PEMDAS to solve this problem. In this case, we have two different expressions separated by a division sign. To do this, we can just take each part, the top part and the bottom part, and do them independently, and then split them up by a division sign. Okay, so we're going to bring our division sign down from up here, and then we're going to do each one independently. So 20 minus 14 minus 2, and these are in parentheses, and then 7 squared minus 3 times 11. Now, the first thing we're going to do over here is parentheses. 14 minus 2 is 12. So we'll bring those down. 20 minus 12 then is 8. That leaves us with 8. And since 8 was on the top, we'll put it here. Then we start over here. We have no parentheses, but we do have an exponent. 7 squared is 49, or 7 to the second power is 49. And then we have all the way down here no parentheses or exponents, but we do have multiplication and division. So we'll do these two first. 33. 49 minus 33 then is 16. It's going to be 16. So that leaves us with 8 over 16, and I'll be happy with it there on your homework. But if you remember, you can split this down to 1/2. So this is our final answer. Let's try a word problem. Tania's teacher gave her the following problem: 30 minus 6 times 2 squared plus 2. Here is Tania's solution. This is what she did. Now, the problem tells us that we are to solve the problem and then find out what her answer should have been. Then, after we've done that, to determine what her mistake was. So let's solve the problem first. Now, we remember PEMDAS, if we put that off to the side, is parentheses. We don't have any parentheses here. Then we do exponents. Do we have an exponent? Yes, we do. 2 to the second, which is 4. So then we'll rewrite the rest of our problem here. 30 minus 6 times 4 plus 2. 30 minus 6 times 4 plus 2. Now, we have no more parentheses, no more exponents, but we do have multiplication. So we'll solve that one next. 6 times 4 is 24. So now we have 30 minus 24 plus 2. We don't have any more multiplication and division, so now we're down to addition and subtraction. And we remember that those go left to right, so we start on the left first. 30 minus 24 leaves us with 6 plus 2, and that is going to give us 8. So her answer should have been 8. What was her mistake? Well, let's take a look. When we did it, we started with the exponents because that's what PEMDAS told us. But Tania started with subtraction, probably because that was the first one she saw. What was Tania's mistake? Tania subtracted first when she should have done the exponent first.